Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. And today I have for you a 1 vs 1 on Semois. Yes, indeed, in the darkness of Semois, the fighting shall commence. And who shall be doing the fighting? Well, here in the southern corner we are seeing Grabol 1982 PL. That's, yes, again, another one of those inspiring names, where you're certainly wondering what they might have been saying. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the 91st Infanterie Division, aka the Luftlande Division, versus Ronniethebear, fighting for the Americans, fighting for the 4th Infantry Division. In fact, let's get right down to this. Let's see what these two chaps shall be going up for. Apparently deciding for some sort of weapon support center start, but then redeciding going for the 4 engineer. And then, of course, the question is, will he be going for a weapon support center then? Will he be going for the barracks? Which is only one of the more common strategies we are seeing nowadays. We're also seeing a pretty pioneer-heavy start from Grabol. At the same time, whatever could he be up to? One wonders curiously. Sending out of Wehrmacht quarters. Third pioneer team is ready. Could be going for the forward barracks start, because we only seen 3 pioneers. A forward barracks start would not be unusual. I mean, we've certainly seen some players try it here, of course. So, of course, will it be that, or will it be something else? And yes, indeed, the pioneers are rushing into that building, so unless they are in dire need of using the lavatory, I'm pretty sure they're going to be going for a forward barrack start. And, of course, the engineers at the same time spreading them out themselves. So, sort of a mirrored start, in fact, albeit with slightly different intentions. I imagine this will be the barracks or weapons support center. It shall be a weapons support center of all the things. My goodness. We are seeing the munitions being secured here, fuel here, and of course just sort of spreading out to either side. And there we go, forward barracks is up for the Wehrmacht. The 91st rushing forwards to establish a forward position, and then get some full screeners out. I imagine he'll. So, of course, the question is, what can he do? Will he be also be going heavy on the medic bunkers to actually, sort of make his way into that? Who knows? Well, I do, but I'm not going to tell right away. We are in fact seeing weapon support center up. Now we're seeing something usually most players don't go for when they go for the 4 engineer weapon support center. They also tend to go for snipers, but Ronniethebear apparently deciding he wants some heavy machine guns. Silly bear. We are in fact now seeing the first full scanners coming out for Grabol, marching out under the banners of the fatherland. Not quite entirely sure as where to go or what to expect. Of course, the question is, what will he be doing? And we are seeing engineers rushing forwards now, flooding more heavily to either flank of the map, whereas Mr. Grabol is rather going much more heavily towards the center. So, of course, he could easily find himself getting hit on all sides, or at least being a bit surrounded there. Of course, I have to see how that one works out. And the first heavy machine gun has arrived for Ronniethebear, logging along the lone and lonesome road. Sitting up behind a wooden fence, pioneers advancing, and full screens as well. Oh dear, 30 caliber to the rescue for the US points. And there we go, pioneers getting quite gravely wounded, almost down to half health in just one salvo. Nice job there, gentlemen. Meanwhile, engineers are continuing here their path of harassment while further fighting breaks out here in the center. Full screen is engaging the engineers, who are rather realizing they're a bit outgunned and outmanned, but they in fact do not give up. They're in fact forcing the full screens a bit on a chase. Naughty engineers, while the heavy machine gun team presses inwards towards the center of town. And pioneers and engineers fight a bit here, but this is definitely not looking well for the pioneers, down to 1 man, and the engineers are still in good health. The pioneers will have to retreat. Come on, Grabol, or you're trying to grab all in terms of life, and now he's only sending in 1 full screen team against the engineers. Down. 1 down. The hunt continues for Ronniethebear's engineers. Oh dear. And now he's just sending in the heavy machine gun to take that, because there's absolutely nothing here, and nothing surely could appear in the center of town, which is held by the Germans. No, that would be silly. And we are seeing mines here. Sneaky Grabol, sneaky. Engineers slightly pulling away. Full screen is nowhere near to be dealing with that. Grabol apparently having a bit of a short attention span. Oh, Grabol, and now of course he's being rushed here and there. Bit of an unfortunate mistake there. Further full screens arriving into the center of town. Engineers continuing their path of harassment, and Grabol's doing some harassment of his own. Heavy machine gun team opening up on the Volksgunners, and they're advancing towards the cemetery and the position at the cafe, waiting for that cafe latte from the cafe owner, but it never seems to be appearing. Volksgunners getting instead a hot serving of lead. Oh dear, so much going on here. Pioneers and engineers finding another heavy machine gun covering the fuel point, but it has been rendered neutral, so of course the Americans won't be getting any fuel from there. What were the Volksgunners doing? Already someone has hit the mine, but really now hitting all the points. This is looking a bit uncertain for Grabol. Center currently not really in his domination, since of course there's that heavy machine gun, proving to be quite the nuisance. And Volksgunners were oddly enough left to do all of this work rather than, you know, head towards the line of fighting. And there we go, a fourth Volksgunner team for Grabol. And he can't really advance here, you know, the heavy machine gun rather proving to be a nuisance. Sniper ready. Triasen are now coming up for Ronniethebear. Volksgunners rushing into the heavy machine gun. Not quite good, in fact. And the Volksgunners push the engineers here on the hunt. Come on, Grabol, you could be doing more wiser things. Wiring off bits, sandbags, anything rather than letting your men be suppressed by a heavy machine gun and actually losing them. I mean, just look at the poor bastard. You got him killed. And now we are seeing a Kampfkraft center going up for Grabol. Grabol relying on the Kampfkraft of the Wehrmacht to see him through. So not an entirely bad idea. And now engineers with flamethrowers and the heavy machine gun continue on, leading on the hunt on the Volksgunners. The Volksgunners not quite happy about that. And looks like he says indeed he's flanking the heavy machine gun, sneaking up here by the riverside. Volksgunners sneaking in here, and we might be hitting a sniper. No. There seems to be a bit of indecision. Volksgunner gets sniped. Heavy machine gun rushes into the building, going for the cutoff point. Grabol being quite aggressive, leading his Wehrmacht men to greater glory, it seems like. Or at least could be. Sniper being hunted down. And a mine. He's already laid down a mine on the bridge, and he's hoping to lure in the Volksgunners into the mines. Oh dear, you sneaky little git, Ronniethebear. Continuing efforts here. Heavy machine gun watching over this point. Pioneers laying down mines in their wake. Not a bad idea, although one there could have been a nice move. And there we go, mine set off. 2 Volksgunners down. Pretty heavy losses for Grabol, and the sniper keeps firing, but he made a bit of a mistake there. He revealed himself. Yes, he missed. Although thankfully he wasn't trying to hit a sniper, that's just worse. And now MP40 Volksgunners moving in, and mind you, submachine guns aren't really effective against units garrisoned in buildings. I mean, they won't do quite as much damage, and they're not very much likely to hit either, so that's a slight detail there. They do manage to render the point neutral, but they're pinned now, need to be retreating. And the Volksgunners continue here against the heavy machine gun team. Actually managed to kill one gunner. Quite extraordinary. And they are just running around windows, firing away wherever they can. But engineers are making that a bit more of a problem. Another heavy machine gunner though bites the dust, my goodness. And we are seeing nothing else coming out for Grabol, though he should be careful. I mean, we are seeing a head weapon support center start. Never mind, but now anyways, to start relying on a weapon support center. That usually also means, of course, you know, we might be seeing some vehicles, and of course also the keen harassment of the fuel again might be an idea that he's sort of trying to delay something there. Question is, of course, what is Grabol doing? And he's Ronniethebear's just going for all the cut-off points. He's really trying to delay and harass, and he's, oh my goodness, Ronniethebear, you're floating way too many resources. Get your act together if you'd be so kind. And Grabol just obliges by harassing some other points. We are seeing bunkers now going up for Grabol. Interesting engineers in the center coming under fire. But you know, don't float resources like that. Now getting a mortar team. Interesting, although he might be losing some engineers. And the engineers were shot down in open street. A lesson to all Americans who might pass through as well there. And the harassment just continues. No attempt at taking back that fuel point though. Apparently he's gotten the Kampfkraft center, but he's not using it. I mean, again, you don't do that. You try to generally avoid doing something like that. Sniper moving out on the Volksgunners. Volksgunners moving in for the sniper. How could this ever go? And there we go, the bunker is up. But nothing else going on for Grabol. In fact, looks like, yeah, we go. Sniper caught down by the Volksgunners. Ready to deliver vengeance upon his snipery body. A machine gun sending up to cover the sniper's most courageous retreat. Medic bunker is up, as imagined. Still nothing going on there. Mine was hit somewhere. There we go. But Grabol seems to be a bit curious in his adventures, getting suppressed here and losing several Volksgrenadiers to one burst of the heavy machine gun. Not looking very good with that. And he certainly could be doing a lot more with his infantry and at least wiring off things. Perhaps getting a medic pack for those chaps. And again, getting something a bit heavier instead of rather relying too much on being here. And again, Ronniethebear, stop floating so many bloody resources. Airborne now ready, and that's again not unusual with this sort of weapon support center business. Either you usually see airborne or rangers sort of take up the role of actual infantry for these chaps. In this case it is the airborne, dropping in from above. Up here it seems like, near the heavy machine gun, which is not an entirely bad place to be. Mortar now up as well. Medics pulling in the wounded, coming under fire from the heavy machine gun. Another bunker going up for Grabol. That's a bit silly. Volksgun's getting reinforced, but again they need to be doing something. Perhaps, you know, join up here. But again, something. Finding some veterancy on the way. But I'm not really keen on this sort of heavy presence in the first tier. And now attacking from other angles. No, he's stopping up right in front of a heavy machine gun. Grabol priorities. Clear out the thing first before trying to take points. And oh my goodness, the Volksgrenadiers were absolutely annihilated. Again, Grabol, focus. Now just get out there before you lose even... Oh my goodness, this Volksgun is just getting absolutely murdered, annihilated, mutilated. Come on. Stop trying to take those points, mate. There we go, finally getting the hint. Although, of course, the medics are suddenly getting overworked right there. Volksgrenadiers need to retreat. Rückzug, Männer, Rückzug. Actually, time to have a look at Grabol. What is he up to? He's gone blitzkrieg, he's gone... No, he's gone terror, I mean. Inspired assault ready. Sniper firing away, sniping medics. Cheeky little devil. Although, of course, now with 2 medic bunkers up, I mean, that's actually a bit rare. Usually don't see a lot of players go for the 2 medic bunker approach in 1 versus 1. It's certainly interesting, except he's getting all his medics killed. Attention. Now going for the Sturm Armory, though. Of course, that's not entirely bad. And Ronniethebear going for the tank depot. Sneaky little devil. Volksgun still aren't dying here. Reinforcement, he's certainly lost a bit, though he has apparently had 5 teams of them. Again, a bit overly excessive. Heavy machine gun moving in straight into the Volksgrenadiers. MP40 Volksgun sneaking about here, and flamethrower engineers moving in here perhaps to deal with some of those bunkers. Then again, no, they're laying down mines. And that looks like a full retreat from Ronniethebear. But again, a bit of lack of aggressive punch from Grabol. He's sort of... Well, he's only holding in the middle of the map. He's not holding so much else. Bit of a problem again, considering he has most of the infantry and his opponent has most of the support units. Usually try to have it the other way around, but apparently no, Grabol does fancy running into him. Machine gun fire in the open. Volksgun is getting hunted down by the airborne. Storm Armory almost up. And charging at the flamethrower with MP40s in a bit. Not good at all, but thankfully he retreats. Armored car on the way. Mine hit. Oh my goodness, 3 airborne go down in 1 explosion. That was less than sterling. Sniper and engineer heavy machine gun sort of having a bit of fun there in the north. Armored car still on the way. Might also consider getting a Nebelwerfer. Could be a good move to deal with some of these things. And the mortar providing a bit of protection right here. And a bit of aerial denial. Opening up on these Volksguns trying to take the point. 1 kill. And no further kills, but they might want to get out of there. And we get that. In fact, sniper continues to snipe away. No attempt by Grabol to stop this, but then again we are seeing Volksguns moving in. We are seeing the armored car ready. And we will be seeing a Nebelwerfer. It would be an excellent method to really dig out those heavy machine guns, you know. Get the Nebelwerfer and werf those Nebels. Come on, Grabol. A bit of artillery would do you a lot of good. Volksguns continue getting sniped. Still no real effort to stop them by Grabol. And again, no effort to get some... Wait, there we go. Nebelwerfer on the way. That is what we like to see. Medic bunker almost full with a team of infantrymen. And whatever shall he be doing? That cheeky kraut. Armored car moving in. Opening up on the heavy machine gun, which is gained veterans 1 actually. I believe that increases accuracy, making it more lethal. Mortar moving in. Heavy machine gun being forced away. That's only going to be clearing up the west. Of course, Grabol should be quick to move in and to cure. Naval Wave almost ready. Grenadiers reformed, in fact. So that's a small relief there for Grabol. Sniper being forced away, and the armored car sneaking about here. And looks like Ronniethebear getting ready to unleash his inner bear on the Germans in the town centre. Mortar airborne, heavy machine gunners. Lots of false grenadiers against that though. Although he could be moving in more, and of course he could be using in the armoured car. Of course using the naval weapon to support. So much to do, and again, little tip, control F5 for any sort of artillery units, and of course just press B for bombard, and then fire away. Infantry getting suppressed, naval weapon still not firing, he shouldn't be moving it so far, can easily fire from there into here. Satchel charge on the medic bunker, fire the naval weapon, Grabol, fire it. Heavy damage on the bunker, mortar keeps firing. Armor car sneaking about, Sherman spotted, he's going to need a Sturmgeschütz then, or something else. And the naval weapon is firing, that is good. Mortar rounds keep flying. Medics keep pulling in the wounded. False gunners are charging in. Heavy machine gun, oh, it's pointing in the wrong direction. Not entirely sure what it's doing with that armor car, but it looks like the Sherman's constantly cutting it off. Artillery fire shattering the area, and the mortar is getting burned alive. False gunners themselves are also getting burned alive, so a bit of an equal effort right there, or at least equal experience. Geschützwagen, Sturmgeschütz should be considered now. The armor car ought to have spotted this, and that ought to really have sort of signaled to Grabol. He needs anti-tank assets, which you might have kindly noticed he doesn't actually have.
We have lost a unit.
Not entirely sure why he doesn't evacuate that armor car. Volksgun is going here for harassment. Others are doing here again. He's not really using his pioneers where they ought to be doing, and keeping the infantry at the front line. We are seeing a Sturmgeschütz on the way from some independent Stugabteilung being sent to support the 91st. And the armor car, not entirely sure what he's hoping to do here. Perhaps he's hoping to wait long enough to call in an off-map firestorm, but I'm not entirely sure that's going to work. He's probably going to use that armored car and not get that much out of it. But at least he has a Nebelwerfer. And he also should consider getting some veterancy for his Sturmgeschütz when he can. Volksgun is getting suppressed. But yes, they manage it, but now they need to get out of there. Another assault towards the center. And he's not retreating. Come on, Grabol. Get the man out of there, you tosser. I mean, wait a minute now. Clown, whatever. Either way, Nebelwerfer fire launches, suppressing the airborne, giving the Volksgunners a bit of a breather. And where are the Grenadiers? They're apparently still not even getting reinforced. Absolutely brilliant. Mines laid down, and the airborne runs straight into it. Apparently, Ronniethebear wasn't quite the attentive bear. That's what happens when you're a bear. But you know, Sturmgeschütz veterancy would be a nice thing. Perhaps another Nebelwerfer. Or another Stug. Either way, we are seeing the assault going in here. Sherman versus Stug. Panzerfaust could be fired in support of the Sturmgeschütz. 50 caliber on the Sherman. And there we go, Panzerfaust are flying. Nebelwerfer not. Armor car getting repaired. Volksgunners need to retreat. Another Stug on the way, but no veterancy. Volksgunners pulling back towards the forward barracks. Armor car moving in to slowly support things. And there we go. I have no idea why the Sturmgeschütz is actually turning about. No real need for that. Nebelwerfer, as could all be fine. Volksgunners hanging about here doing nothing. Not supporting. And those infantry units are still not getting reinforced. Shame on you, Grabol. Shame on you. Again, it really doesn't seem like priorities is the strongest suit of Grabol, you know. Kill the enemy, then take points. Not take points, then kill the enemy. Because the enemy will have killed you by then. And there we go again. Airborne charging in. Veterans 1. That means, of course, they're more accurate, more lethal. And the Volksgunners are still just standing about. Now getting hit by heavy machine gun fire. Come on, Grabol. Attention, attention, attention. Achtung, Achtung. Deine Männer sind getötet. Und? Another grenade team reform. Volksgunners looks like they barely make it out there. Sturmgeschütz moving in unsupported towards the south. And Volksgunners getting suppressed. Veterancy 2 for this heavy machine gun. And this one getting blasted, but looks like it made it out of there. But Veteran 2, that I'm not entirely sure what it does, but it only makes it better. That much I do know. At least he's got the other grenadiers ready as well. Back to the front lines. But still no further veterancy either. There seems to be a bit of a lack there, which I find most saddening, but at least he's holding all of the map. And again, don't just stand about with lots of units there. Again, do something with them. And again, get some veterancy for those Sturmgeschütz.
The armor's like toys. We are ready to close with the enemy.
You're losing a sector.
Volksguns running forwards, coming under heavy fire from the Veterancy 2 machine gun, getting suppressed. Armor car firing a bit in support. Sturmgeschütz in further. Volksguns moving in. And looks like the heavy machine gun is getting flanked. No idea why he isn't pulling out those Volksgunners. Heavy machine gun is in a bit of trouble. We are seeing more Germans moving in. Ronniethebear apparently also being Ronnie, the Sherman aficionado. Sniper gun down by the Sturmgeschütz. Nice to see, actually. Sturmgeschütz being surprisingly effective against snipers, if you can see them. Sherman marching forwards. Where's the second Stug? It's far away. And the Grenadiers with the Panzer are nowhere near to be seen as well. Grabol, Grabol, priorities. And now he's getting attacked here in the center. Mine up, but he needs to find the Nebelwerfer and stop one of the assaults. Surrounding the Sturmgeschütz. He's not pulling it away. Oh, Grabol, you absolute clock winder. But let's go return to Ronniethebear, who is in the process of finishing off that Sturmgeschütz. Armor car firing support, but he should just be moving out of there again. Attention, Grabol. Achtung, Achtung. Sherman moving forward. Panzer, and there we go. One Sherman down, another could be got. Yes, in fact, 2 Shermans down. But I'm not entirely sure I was a fan of the cost at which it was achieved. Nebelwerfer moving forwards, but it's just stopped there. And firing support, you know. Don't get too forwards without... It's a support unit, not a frontline unit. Damn you. Dummer Hund. And looks like this Grenadier team is again standing about. Grabol, Grabol, you're making me heavy in the heart. Or something like that. Something poetic. And I'm not really a poet most of the time. 2 airborne team doing quite a bit. And Ronniethebear also flooding resources. Getting supply drops though. He was trying to fire, but now he's exposed his Nebelwerfer without protecting it. Again, not good at all. Think ahead, and looks like the airborne will be clearing out that Nebelwerfer. Volksgunners are moving in, but I don't think it will be enough. And this Duke again, I have no idea why he's sending them on their own anti-tank gun dropped in to deal with it. Grabol, Grabol, think ahead. You had a nice start, you had some good ideas, but now you seem to be getting a lot of bad ideas. In fact, a lot of downright rotten ones. And it's really costing you a lot. Sturmgeschütz needs, again, veterancy. Don't send him in without infantry support like those Grenadiers right there. Another Stug arriving. Large force of infantry advancing. Oh dear, this is going to be painful. Charging forwards against the heavy machine gun, all blobbed up. And he goes for inspired assault. Let's just briefly pause. What is Inspired Assault? It's an ability which increases the rate of fire by 50%, more or less. I've actually even doubled it. Something like that. Though it means they fire much faster, they actually do more damage as well. But they're 50% easier to hit. Now, what happens then if you place them in the middle of an open road where they're also easy to hit? Clump them up in front of a Veterancy 1 heavy machine gun. Can't guess? Yes, a massacre. I mean, come on. I suspect he must have had some sort of luck with this, but really this is just insane in front of a heavy machine gun. Grabol, just get your men out of there. You're insane. And then we just saw, I believe we just saw 13 Volksgunners absolutely murdered in seconds by the insane whim of their commander. I mean, this is sort of World War I tactics. Soviet tactics. And as you might have noticed, it did him absolutely nothing. So again, yes, Inspired Assault does not help with suppression. And it should not be used in front of heavy machine guns when you're clumped up in the middle of the bloody road. Use cover when you use Inspired Assault. And make the Inspired Assault that way. Still no veterancy for the Stug. Recall his routes, going to make short work of that. Volksguns not moving into support. Nor the Grenadiers. Heavy machine gun getting ample time to turn about. And of course, no Nebelwerfer now to provide supportive fire. Another bunker going up for Grabol. Infantry getting suppressed. Grenades going off, but the grenadiers need to get out of there.
Enemy unit down.
Stoop down. Medics are just saving as many of the false grenadiers that Grabol threw away. Forced retreat then, no idea why. But some pretty heavy blows to Grabol. Quite honestly, he earned it himself. Well, there you go. Slightly curious game due to the fact that Ronniethebear went for rather heavy weapon sports at the start.
We've got air support.
Weird. Anyways, it's time for the mid-game analysis. Things are looking pretty grim for Grabol after he got a lot of his men killed. Plus, of course, that really inexcusable movement with the naval river forwards. I mean, the idea was nice, you know, go heavy on false guys, get some medic bunkers up, fired on, and even using inspired assault. Trouble was, he doesn't seem to know how you use inspired assault. That's really a major problem. I mean, he might have had some good runs with it against earlier players. I think he's around rank 11 or something like that. But again, you know, don't just charge them in like that, please. And he also, again, you know, he had them hanging about doing nothing for large parts of the game, you know, not concentrating up, you know, in a slightly less suicidal manner as well, of course, to remember, but, you know, not good at all. Which is rather allowed Ronniethebear to really keep fighting and, of course, rank up a lot of veterancy because he just kept massacring his troops because he kept throwing them away. And his Stooks, I mean, he's lost, what, 3 now? Or something like that. And he hasn't even bothered with veterancy. All veterancy too was infantry. So again, not good there either. I mean, there's really a lot of those little problems, as some of you might be noticing. But there you go. Anyways, let's get back to this and let's speed this up to see what he will be doing. And armor car sneaking in from the flank, but giving too much time for the armor car. Of course, now airborne are moving in. Veterans 2, meaning force of college rifles would be much more accurate. But apparently the armor car dodges all like some sort of trickster god. Now the attack is moving in from the front. Oh, he's blobbing up again. He's trained a lot more new false grenadiers. A what? Oh, guard. Oh, guard in the middle of the road again. And a strafing run. And a strafing run again. Grabol. That's not how you use inspired assault. I mean, are you intentionally trying to give your medics overwork or something? This is just insane. Now, of course, come all the grenadiers. And the airborne just slaughter those medics. Because, again, you couldn't hold the area. Again, you know, don't clump up troops when you know your opponent's gone airborne. Hand machine gun firing. Some troops take up position in the building. Still an enabler for to replace the other one lost. Troops getting reinforced and all that. Airborne taking some minor losses. Armor casting in from the rear once more. Anti-tank gun actually got cleared out though. Let's see if Grabol might be getting the right idea finally. Armor car only slowly advancing but opening up on the mortar team, clearing that out. Come on. Forwards, forwards. Clear out that heavy machine gun as soon as possible. More armor cars moving in. Airborne moving in forward here and there. Come on, Grabol. Yes, yes. Slow advance. Cautiously clearing out the threats, but need to get that armor car out of there. Perhaps also get some veterans who takes less damage. Not take a point right in front of the heavy machine gun. Veterancy 2, veterancy 3. Oh my goodness. That's an insane heavy machine gun just as veterancy 2 arrives, and I don't think it's actually doing anything more now. And we are seeing forced retreat, forcing also the heavy machine gun out of there with 2 men alive, but still extraordinary. Heavy machine gun left behind could be secured by Grabol. And that armor car didn't do much. Oh dear, Grabol, priorities and a bit of common sense, please. No further armor. Wait, now we are seeing another armor wave coming up for Ronniethebear. Heavy machine gun apparently has been secured, but it's pointing in the wrong direction. Might even be securing that anti-tank gun. Yes, indeed. The 91st supplements its rather meager support weapons with American ones. Though we still should be getting an enabler or perhaps secure a mortar as well. Engineers advancing. Again, more infantry to the front. Secure that mortar, and of course, again, spread out. Don't clump everything up in such a short area. Please. Sherman advancing. Where are the Grenadiers with the Panzerschreck? Sherman advancing, hitting it, and bouncing off the first shot from the heavy machine gun. Airborne rushing in as well. Sherman upgunned. Oh no. Now we are seeing the German infantry marching outwards. Let's hope they spread out before the attack begins. Airborne getting hit. Suppressed slowly. Heavy machine gun getting cleared out. Not spreading out. Grabol, do not blob. Do not blob when you're attacking. Another force retreat to clear out this airborne. That's at least a small blessing. The anti-tank gun opening up. Engineers moving in against the... Oh dear, Panzerschreck hits. Will the anti-tank gun get it? No, it was cleared out. Crew everything possible. Sherman, which has been upgunned. Nasty that. Still no veterancy for the armor. Anti-tank gun getting recruited. Don't blob up again. Don't blob up, Grabol. Do not blob up. Again, dear viewers. Do not blob up. Infantry getting slaughtered out in the open. Retreat. Don't... Oh, dear. You're getting much too eager. Retreat. Rückzug, Männer. Rückzug. And recruit that mortar as well while you're at it. Would have been a much better choice, frankly. Get some armor and get some veterancy for that. And no idea why he's hiding that Grenadier team unsupported. Get it back now. It's just getting burned and gunned down. And he's essentially just throwing away that Grenadier team. That's not good. And of course now that anti-tank gun is quite exposed. Heavy machine gun though has been reinforced, so moving in. Could also be an idea to get veterancy for that. But increase the accuracy. Grenadiers again need to get out of there. And he also needs to recruit that mortar and get himself some artillery of some sort. Would help him very, very much. And we are seeing... Ooh. Ronniethebear sneaking through with some airborne in the west. Grenadiers finally make a run for it. Will the Volksgrenadiers make a run for the mortar? Engineers are advancing. Airborne sneaking in towards the medic bunkers. Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers are fighting a bit there. No, they're actually moving away from them. And the engineers are flanking the anti-tank gun, but they are also retreating now. And the mortar... Oh dear, Grabol, do not clump up all your units around one point. All the support units, that's just an invitation for a strafing run, not a bombing run. Volksgrenadiers need to get away. Veterancy free airborne, my goodness. Get some more infantry support and deal with that. And he actually lost his Volksgrenadiers. He lost them. Oh, Grabol, you're making me angry. There we go, finally moving everything else. Still no veterancy on the way for the armor. But veterancy free airborne, quite the threat. Sherman moving in. Mining here, certainly protecting, and he's actually spreading out a bit, that's good. Infantry charging in. Sherman engineers moving in. Where's the anti-tank weaponry? Nowhere to be seen. No idea why we're trying to lay down mines right in front of that. Veterancy free heavy machine gun, which cleared out the pioneers in seconds. Grenadiers, priorities, Grabol, priorities. Our Grenadier team just lost. Sturmgeschütz rushing in. Where's the other one? And where's some veterancy? And where are the Panzerschrecks? Grenadiers forced into a full retreat. Another Sherman moving through here. Right into the anti-tank gunfire. No idea why he's trying to cap off that point when there's nothing he can actually seize. And instead go for these points, instead try to drain Ronniethebear of victory points. Well, and Ronniethebear is going for the victory points himself. And trying to drain Grabol. Which makes sense. Another Strug on the way, still no veterans, despite having at least resources veterans 1. Lots of supply drops there. Engineers under a bit of fire. Where are the Grenadiers with the Panzerschreck? In fact, where are the Panzerschrecks? Get some and go out hunting for those airborne and Sherman. Airborne actually looking in a pretty bad state. And sending in his Volksgrenadiers on their own. Why on earth do you persist, Grabol? Why on earth do you persist? Do you hate your men? Stug moving forwards. Airborne taking losses. And this Sherman pretty easily dealing with the Stug with all that support as well. Plus, of course, the increased gun there will much easier penetrate the armor of the Stug, allowing it in fact to win against the Stug in a frontal fight. Final fact, no, don't move in those grenades, and oh dear. Airborne are forced away. Where are the Panzerschrecks? You have them right there. Get them forwards. And push. There we go. But blobbing up again. Taking the points there. That is good. Looks like Ronniethebear's making ready for another assault in the east, while Grabol's attention is in the west. Anti-tank gun dropped in. Volksgun is fighting here. Not repairing the Stug, instead repairing the armored car. Sherman could be go down. Just call in one Stug, knock it out. And we are seeing what could have... Yes, a bombing run, knocking out the mortar. Knocking out the anti-tank gun. Excellent, excellent. Why, again, you should be careful with something like that. And again, he didn't bother wiring off of tank types or anything. Grenades clearing up more of the heavy machine gunners. Forced retreat again. Sherman charging through here, dealing with the false grenadiers. It's absolute anarchy, and Grabol can't handle it. Stug not repaired still. One Stug is in fact down. Grenadiers getting slaughtered. Will they get the Sherman? Yes, indeed, the Sherman is down. Kaput, nicht mehr. But Ronniethebear is securing these, and false grenadiers go down. Oh, the inhumanity. And Grabol went for the V1 rocket when he probably should have been going for the King Tiger. Poor show. Poor show. Armored car, for some reason, moving in against that Sherman. An ill-advised move. Volksgun's going in for the harassment. Not entirely sure what to do for that at this stage of the fight. He certainly should be getting out there before the veterans see free airborne do some terrible things to them. But apparently Grabol does not care. In fact, he's now lost all of his Volksgrenadiers, which is just tragic. And now these grenadiers are coming under heavy fire from the heavy machine gun, getting swiftly suppressed and taking a bit of damage. Grenadiers need to retreat. I said retreat. Rückzug, Männer. Getting pioneers now. Not retreating the grenadiers. Again, Grabol, retreat, retreat. Don't hang about until it's too late.
We're losing territory.
You absolute fruitcake. Now, of course, the Puma is taking heavy fire from the airborne with the recoilless valves and the veterans see free. Troops still hanging about. Let's beat this disaster when they're folding up a bit. Not entirely sure what he's intending with that. Force retreat once more on the airborne, but he can't rely on that constantly. Needs to deal with those Shermans before the Shermans deal with him. Still no veterancy for the Stugs. At least it's gotten repaired though. Thank God for small blessings, I suppose, while the veterancy 3 Bear Force continues in the west. And again, he's going for the fuel pond. Again, I don't really think this is a time for harassment, Grabol. Just my thoughts on the subject. Let's speed this mess up a bit. Stug running after the Sherman. Shouldn't be doing that, really. At least not without some Panzerschrecks to stop that Sherman while it's trying to move about. Heavy machine gun setting up in the cafe in the wrong position. Can't really stop anything moving in from here, really. Grenadiers again getting slaughtered. Grabol, you're wasting men senselessly. Priorities. Strategy. Don't just harass because you can. In particular, not at this stage when your enemy has higher veterancy troops than you do. And you need the troops at the front line. Again, so little infantry is now training fresh false grenadiers. So dear. And floating resources and not doing anything with it. Let's speed this up a bit. Bit of small fighting here, no major engagements. And a short salvo and one grenadier drops. Needs to get them out of there. Still no veterancy for the Sturmgeschütz. Not good. Heavy machine gun, of course, can't cover.
Forward base.
Grenadiers moving against the airborne. Out in the open. Veterancy 3 airborne. Not a good combination.
We're losing territory.
And taking up position in the house where it could be easily cleared out. Satchel charge getting... No, that's actually a grenade. So he's got in a barracks, but he's not getting any infantry besides that. Those few airborne he actually has.
Ready?
And the battle phase has been reached, so we might be going for the Panzer Command, laying down tank traps here now. I think it's a bit too late for that. Grabol. Now your pioneers might get burned alive. Retreat.
We have lost them.
Priorities, again, when you're under fire, don't start building tank traps. And this bunker could almost be going down, but again, nothing to really help these grenadiers. Although airborne are now getting counterattacked. Airborne taking heavy fire in the east, while in the west, Bear Force continues. Although with some losses. Still no naval buffer, still floating a lot of resources. You might be hoping for the King Tiger, but I'm starting to doubt if the King Tiger might save him. If there's anything that can actually save him. Sherman charging forwards. Pull away a bit, lure the Sherman into the mine. Yes, yes, come on, also the Stuk, also the Stuk. Into the mine, you want him into the mine. And there we go, Königstiger ready. Panzer Command going up as well. Sherman hits the mine, come on, the Panzerfaust. Sherman breaking through in the west. Oh dear, it might be getting the worst surprise of its life. Worse than that time when it discovered its shells had been coated in candy and couldn't be fired. Sherman could be going down right there. Bunker down. In fact, both medic bunkers have gone down. King Tiger drunk. Stuk useless. Panzerfaust on the Sherman. Airborne getting slaughtered. Engineers getting suppressed. King Tiger charging forwards, going in after the Sherman. No infantry support. Main gun destroyed on Sherman. Full grenade sees to recall his rifle, but it can't do anything. They're too close. They're going to get killed. Retreat.
We defend the fatherland.
And they were slaughtered. I think this is it. Sherman that went down. Grenadiers fighting the last few remaining grenadiers of the 91st. Going down and getting gunned down themselves in the process. King Tiger moving in. Panzer Command up, but I don't really think he should have gone for that. I think this is pretty much the end for Grabol. He's been, well, losing too much.
We are losing territory.
Another mine hit. Damaged engine. King Tiger moves in. Tank destroyer moves in. Flanks the King Tiger. Airborne with veterancy 3. They're getting forced away. Soundtrack's a little bit running the bear. King Tiger getting hit in the rear by the tank destroyer. Again, a bit of lack of priorities. Airborne moving in against the Grenadiers.
Supply line broken. We have territory out of supply.
Sherman down, but tank destroyer still quite alive. Grenadiers moving in to perhaps put a stop to that. And just moving about with that tank destroyer, ensuring the King Tiger can't really hit. Never mind. Silly Ronnie, but then again, bears will never break at tank destroyer tactics, I suppose. Looks like the tank destroyer will finally be going down. Oh dear, bombing run. This is going to be the end of the Königstiger, and there we go. P-47 delivers death to the Puma. I mean, the heavy armored car and the King Tiger. That was pretty much the death blow for Grabol.
100 points and casualties being reported.
Again, mostly due to poor unit preservation. Let's just speed up and let's watch this nightmare unfurl in its final gasping minutes. As Grabol realizes there's a very, very good opportunity that some people from the military police will be dragging him away. It's a very, very cold place on the Eastern Front. And he's not going to be in a command position. Hands out of control into the cafe. Yeah, there's not really much room. Calling in now an Ostwind.
300 points.
Still no veterancy for the armor at all. Ostwind getting, well, pretty much swiftly cleared out by those airborne. And there we go. GG from Grabol, and an end for the 91st Luftlande, and probably an end for Grabol as well. But there we go. I mean, what can we learn from this? Well, note the sort of things that Ronniethebear did with his weapon support center start. Well, involving the 4 engineer start. Certainly, you're right, using airborne, all right, but certainly a bit with its weakness, and he probably should have gotten a bit more infantry. What really helped him, though, again, was pretty much Grabol. I mean, again, don't blob up. And for heaven's sake, whatever you do, do not blob up in the middle of the road and use inspired assault. I mean, this is pretty much how you do not ever, ever, ever use inspired assault. Please, promise me you will never use inspired assault like that. Otherwise, good use of these sort of strafing rounds. Again, be careful with defenses. Do not line them up like that, close to each other, where, say, a single bombing run could sort it all out. Don't stand about with lots of troops, barbed wire, sandbags, tank traps, mines, something like that. Interesting to note, the sort of heavy use of medic bunkers, of course, could be repeated with medic stations. Not an entirely bad idea, I think. I mean, there's nothing wrong getting more than one, although, of course, there should be some foresight to it, just in figuring, well, I want a lot of medic bunkers, but there you go. No, poor use of the Kampfkraft Center, very poor use, not even getting veterancy 1 for a lot of units that could really have benefited from it. That was not good at all. Quite tragic, in fact. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed this fight. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own, you amazing person. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.